What was it like in Dallas on Monday night? What was the environment like? I can't even imagine.
Did you know there was a big sheet?
Yep.
The metal sheet that fell from the roof.
Yep.
And 'cause I wanted the roof open. It was a beautiful night in North Texas. It was gorgeous. And the whole purpose of having a roof that can, open up is to have it open up. And we don't get enough of that. And here was another great chance to do that. And Jerry Jones was actually out there before the game looking up along with some engineers trying to figure out, and I was looking through my binoculars, so wasn't a part of the conversation. But looking up there and they were pointing out what had happened and why maybe it happened. And so that will be an ongoing story for sure. So, but everything, it's like when you set your dinner table and you've got this great meal planned and you've invited your favorite people over for a dinner. And you got the right music, it's the right ambiance, it's the right everything. Yet somebody gets sick right before they can't show up. And then someone isn't feeling good or has had a bad day and they're grumpy during the meal. And it just takes the air out of the whole night. And that's the way it is at that stadium. It is so perfect. It's the best setting along with LA and SoFi Stadium. In the NFL, I'm not going to put Green Bay and Arrowhead in there because those are my two favorites, but the thing is just waiting to be enjoyed and has been over the many years it's been in existence. But they really thought this year was going to be the year. They had the quarterback, they had signed him, they got the receiver signed, they felt they had some depth on both sides, and they were ready to kind of roll the dice in the division and felt like we could repeat. They won it last year, why not? Why not this year? But clearly, this has been an incredible disappointment. You've got everything an organization could possibly want in that stadium, in their presentation, and the football team it's not there. They're mediocre. And they struggled against a good Houston team, there's no doubt. But Dallas, without their starting quarterback and with, I think, some kind of bad body language as the game was getting out of hand, shows that this is a situation that they've got a problem, and I don't know what's going to happen. The owner wants to win now. He's 82. The fan base is ready to go and make a good run after 3 straight 12-win seasons, and it doesn't look like that's going to happen this year. So disappointing. Fans left early, fourth quarter, kind of surprising for a Cowboy game. It wasn't good. It was not good.
Yeah, it's so funny. So much to unpack there. You start with the building, and Amy and I have talked about this a lot. One week it's the windows, and the sun is coming in, and it looks like like a Renaissance painting, and yet the players can't see the football. Body language, we've seen CeeDee Lamb basically looking miserable on the field. We've seen some altercations last night. Clearly, the guys are getting a little chippy, and yet we've got a situation with Mike McCarthy saying last night, I should have put in Trey Lance for a couple downs to see how he would have done for a couple series. It kind of just feels like, and this is a scientific way, Amy likes to say this is the scientific definition. It just seems like a hot mess down there right now.
That is a very good scientific term. That is an exquisite scientific term, right? Suzy.
That's the perfect one. As a father of 3 daughters, I've heard that term often. So I know that. Mike is a quality coach. He's got nothing to prove. I just don't know if the way that organization is set up and the way they put their roster together has been a proven model. When a team loses, there are many tentacles here, and everybody is responsible. So you hate to say it's on ownership, or it's on the personnel department, or it's on the coaching staff, or on the players. Everybody's got a hand in a season like the Cowboys are going through right now. It's hard to watch because they are such a attractive brand. Their setting in that stadium is virtually perfect. Their fan base is as fervent as any in pro football. And it's hard to see that brand suffer the way it is right now. But clearly there are issues. And I think there isn't a spot in that organizational chart that doesn't have some responsibility for what is going on right now. You lose your starting quarterback, first of all, in this league, it's almost irreparable. And especially one like Prescott, who's in the upper half of quarterbacks, toughest position to play in sports, it becomes difficult. Now, Cooper Rush played well last night, got a lot of yards, a lot of them in garbage time, but they moved the ball, but he's not Dak Prescott, and that's the face of your organization. So, yeah, these are tough times in Dallas and hard to watch, really. Very, very hard to watch.
Check out new episodes of What the Football with Suzy Shuster and Amy Trask every Tuesday. Watch us on the Rich Eisen Show YouTube page or follow and listen wherever you get your podcasts.